I mean, there's corners I'm going into where I'm thinking, it's got to run out of grip now. Next lap, a couple of mile an hour more grip. This corner here, that's illegal, what that just did through that corner. Woo! Whoa, did you see the turning? Did you see how quick the nose is? I've got to wind the windows down. Woo! Okay, so we're going to keep this really real, because I'm aware if you've clicked on this video, the chances are you've clicked on all of the other GT3 RS videos as well. So the top line stuff, the mind-blowing facts and figures before we decide how they translate. This car's all about the aero. So 860 kilograms of aero towards its top speed of just over 180 miles an hour. I think it's 188 miles an hour. For a spot of context, not only is that more than a McLaren Senna, which when it launched was definitely classed as a hypercar, that is on par with Porsche's, wait for this, Porsche's RSR Le Mans race car in Le Mans spec downforce levels. This thing wears a number plate and you can go through a McDonald's drive-thru in it. It's absolutely ridiculous. But what that actually translates to in real world, because as of yet there's no slicks available for this car, is that this will corner and have a faster apex speed than a GT3 Cup car on slicks. So what's that feel like? Let's find out! Oh, by the grace of physics, for me, downforce brings a phenomenal experience from the world of braking. Because not only does it help you corner much faster, it allows you to absolutely anchor on the brakes. It's truly a remarkable thing. So where we are right now is Hammerhead corner of the famous TopGear circuit. Wow, you can get on the gas early out of there. Watch this braking. And the turn in, because there's so much downforce available, a standard GT3 wouldn't know what the hell is going on here. Oh my good God, the front end. The front end! Watch the braking. Oh my life, the turn in is obnoxious. It's a damp day, we're not even on a Cup 2R. We're on a Michelin Cup 2. There's patches of water, it's inconsistent. The tarmac is distinctly cold. And this thing, oh, the aero. I think one of the observations is how confidence-inspiring it is immediately. You know, on an aero-driven race car, you can be in at the deep end a bit. But with this, it is just a different world. The direction change. I'm flat on the gas now, just on the apex, still with substantial steering lock on. Just hucks up and goes, down a cog, turn in. Absolutely neck-strainingly phenomenal! I have not had a car make me feel like this since the McLaren Senna. Yep. Whoa! I think the genius of it, the genius of this, is how approachable they've made Le Mans levels of downforce. Wow! And the bleed off. There's a technique with downforce cars where you kind of have to adapt your braking pressure with the speed of the car. So as the car decelerates, you're losing downforce. So you have to bleed off with your foot as you're slowing the car down. It's such a rewarding process. And and with some weight on the nose that, you know, 911s historically have always loved. No, that's illegal. It shouldn't turn in like that. It should not turn in that good. I mean, you build up to it so quickly. Oh, it slingshots you out of the corners. Just different gravy, this thing. For me, it's the nose. For me, it's the front end. The amount of lateral load you can carry it. I mean, you talk about no understeer. It's not in this thing's vocabulary. The direction change. Flat on the floor immediately after the apex. And you've actually got, and this is the sign of a genuine aero car, is there is that sort of invisible window of trust where you're like, if I go through here a few miles an hour faster, it's actually going to stick better. Wow. I mean, there's corners I'm going into where I'm thinking, it's got to run out of grip now. Next lap, couple of miles an hour more grip. This corner here, that's illegal, what that just did through that corner. Whoa, did you see the turn? Did you see how quick the nose is? I've got to wind the windows down. Whew. You know that cliche statement, it's like a race car for the road, and it never really is? This actually fulfills the brief. It fulfills the brief. This is the biggest by far and away, like not an evolution, a revolution of change compared to the previous lineage of GT3 cars. So if you look at the 991 generation, and let's go to 991 Gen 2, the jump from GT3 to GT3 RS, good enough, definitely track bias, you know, more aero, more wing. This, so much conviction in the ethos of this car has Porsche applied to it that they've done away with the boot. That's right, the famous frunk that made a GT3 a semi-practical car has been swapped out for a single Le Mans race car inspired radiator. And that's because they wanted to put active aero flaps and aero sculpted wishbones in the front end of this car to make the front downforce match with the rear downforce. Because it's all well and good sticking a massive active wing on the back of a car, that's cool, but how do you keep the front in check with the rear? Because you're ultimately just going to end up with a load of understeer. But in this, well, as you've seen, this has got the sharpest nose, the most confidence-inspiring turn-in of any road car I've ever driven, ever. And you can put that on record, because you're going to say the same thing. Nice. Honestly. And then on top of that, we have the ability to be able to remotely adjust the rebound and damping of the car and how the diff hooks up on entry and exit of corners. So when I say this is like a race car for the road, that sort of adjustment would have required somewhat of a handy spanner to be able to come along and adjust the settings for you. In this, literally at the flick of a button, literally, you can adjust the coast, the rebound, the damping. So if there's a corner that you notice the car's maybe skipping around on a bit, you can soften it off a little bit. Just unbelievable.